Welcome to another Red Light Gaming stream, where red lights are my faves. I really wish there was something that was like a simplified scenario editor where you could just basically go to something and say, right, I want to start from here and here, stop at these stations, and then put in the times that you're going to stop at the station, and then it automatically does it for you. You say what you want to use, you know, what sort of train you want to drive, and then you just click on another box and you just say, right, okay, this is my AI, and then you just basically put the times that the AI will call at the stations, and then it kind of works it out and does it for you. That's what I'd like. That's what I'd like to have. I think the longest scenario I played was one which was with Western Main Lines, where you had to drive from Exeter all the way to London Paddington versus via Bristol. I think that was the longest one I've done. And then there was another scenario I did recently, which was with the Cardiff to Bristol route, Wales, South Wales coastal, and it was a freight train. And then I got right to the end of the scenario, and then for some reason it said that I didn't complete it properly. That was after an hour. And I watched videos on YouTube of the same people doing the same thing, and they had the same error as well. And it was a career scenario. And then someone else did it, and they actually, the whole point was you were supposed to be, you know, I didn't get any points because I was told, well, you know, you didn't get there soon enough. And someone else does a scenario, and they arrive 5 minutes after I arrived, and they passed. So I don't know what was going on, but it was very annoying to sit there for an hour and do something for it just to fail. Just gonna put that back up. Oh, of course. Now I'm too busy looking at something else and I lose points. Why do I bother? Oh dear. Yeah. But yeah, it'd be great if something like that could be done, wouldn't it? Where you could either do like an advanced scenario where you obviously had to do more things manually, or you could basically just go through like some screens that come up. I mean, that's how it'd be for me ideally. You know, that would be great. You know, you go to, for example, I don't know, London to Peterborough, and you say, right, I'd like to make a scenario, and it says, which train do you use? And you just go through a menu and you choose the consist, and you say, right, I want to use this, and then it says, where are you starting from? And you say King's Cross, and then you say, what other stations are you going to stop at? And then you put in the stations you want to stop at, and if you're looking at a train timetable and you want to kind of realistically have it based on a real timetable, then you can put the times in. I'll arrive here at this time, arrive here at this time. Do you want to add some more trains? And you go, yeah, and then you just add them in manually, just like you just did before. Then it gets to the end, and then it just says calculating, saves the scenario file, and then that's it, done. That's what I'd like. Oh, and then you can also set the time of day and the weather, or the weather and the time of year, and that's it. Then it just calculates for you and just does it. That would be my ideal situation. That's what I'd like to see. Going on. No, not again, Snella. No, please, not again. No. Oh, thank God for that. Of course. That was so close. So glad I didn't do that. Well, this looks good. Look at this. Looks like there's been a landslip. Oh no, look. Someone's put a rock there, look. There's been a giant landslide. That's not good. Terrible. I'm gonna drive through it because it's just silly. Don't know what that was about. Got no idea what that was about. Right then, Chatham. Right then, let's just stop here then. Chatham. Gonna put my blind down a little bit. The sun's starting to come through. A bit better. Yeah, exactly. Well, you never know. We'll see what happens with Train Sim World. Maybe it'll make it a bit easier. I don't know. But what would be good is if it was a bit more open, the source and code and that an SDK, so that basically people, third parties, could create a scenario creation tool where you could just literally do that, put in some parameters, and then it calculates it for itself. I mean, I know that QuickDrive is kind of similar to that in a way, isn't it? Because QuickDrive, you do a start and an end. Right, so we got Rochester next. Now this is still in the old position because now it's been moved. This was demolished. Well, the platforms still remain, and they basically moved the station up track a little bit. Yeah, hi, Cam Parker. I don't know if you're still about. So they just stop. Well, not really, although trains don't crash very realistically in this simulation. I mean, you can go on YouTube and you'll see plenty of videos where people just do things like that. I mean, in a way, it's a bit like car games, really. I mean, you get Gran Turismo and you get Forza, and the cars don't crash very realistically there, whereas you can get other add-ons or some other car driving simulations that do more realistic things when you crash. Depends really what you're after. But when you buy add-ons for train sim, etc., the companies that you're kind of getting a license from to display their logos won't be too happy if trains could be crashed realistically, because then you would just get people who would just basically want to do that all the time. As long as the trains act properly, and they go up a slope and they speed up, and they you go up a slope and they slow down and things like that, then that's the most important thing. I don't play this game just basically to worry about crashing. That's a Strood. Next stop. Not doing very well in this scenario so far. If I had more viewers, I would do something very similar to Captain Jenks, where he has a system where you can bet on what medal, what is he going to get, gold, silver, or bronze. I like that idea, so I was thinking about implementing that myself as well, where you bet on your tickets, but can't really do that until I get more viewers, really. But that'll take time, and we'll just see how it goes. Gillingham. Next stop. Next stop, Gravesend, is where the scenario ends. That's alright, don't worry about it, Nelson. I haven't got the lights on. wasn't good. At least I don't penalise you for that. On time. Okay. Yeah, I have German routes. Obviously, the ones that come with train simmers, I kind of got the upgrades during the time. You know, for example, when you got newer versions. But no, I don't really play them that much. Maybe I should do though. But yeah, I like you really. I tend to like British routes, and whereas like some people like Steam, I tend to arrive at other things. So you have arrived at Gravesend on time and have given plenty of time for swift changeover at the station. Have caused no delays today. Great. So let's see what happened.